One of the best ways to prepare to support someone as they get older is to understand what they want. Before you start gathering all the information, you might think preparation starts with medications, doctors, and insurance information. Those are all useful things to know. I'd start one step earlier. Start with what they want. I'm Dr. Mama Tamaj. I'm a dual board certified physician, and I'm also a daughter. I've experienced these conversations from both sides. I've learned that you can begin preparing to support someone without knowing everything about their health. I'm going to give you 3 questions that can help you get prepared without trying to figure out everything out at once. The first question is, what do they want? Before we get to the medical information, understand the person. What's important to them? If their health or independence change, what would they want you to understand? And I know sometimes people don't really want to talk about this, so you may have to ease into the conversation or have this more often. It's important to see if they would want to be involved within the decision making and what parts of their life are especially important to them. Understand them. It may be remaining in the home is important to them. It may mean maintaining independence is a priority. Maybe it's continuing to see their friends, go to the temple, care for a pet, travel, work, or garden, or participate in family traditions. This is also where conversations about advanced care planning can begin. Do they have someone that they want to help make healthcare decisions if they aren't able to? And here's another important question. Does that person actually know what they want? Meaning, can you take yourself out of the situation and bring in their perspective and ensure that you can employ their wishes? A document identifies the person who has the authority to help make decisions, but understanding the person's wishes helps give those decisions direction. The second question is, what do you need to know? This is where some of the information we usually associate with being prepared comes in. What medications are they taking? Who are their clinicians? Where do they receive their care? And they think beyond the medical information. So what's normal for this person today? How do they usually walk, communicate, manage independently? Where do they typically need help? Knowing they're normal helps you recognize when something has changed. You don't have to turn this into a clinical assessment. You're simply getting to know the person you're supporting, understanding what they're doing today. And that gives you valuable baseline context later. And sometimes one of the most useful things a family member can tell a healthcare professional is, this is different for them. Third question, could you find what you need? Knowing that information exists and being able to access it are 2 different things. Where's their medication list? Do you know how to reach their clinicians? Where's their insurance information? Where's their advanced directive or healthcare power of attorney? Who else is helping? And here's a test I like. Could you find what you needed if you were 500 miles away? You can keep this simple. The goal is for the right people to know what information exists, where it is, and how to access it exactly when it's needed. So where should you start? Start with one conversation. Ask the person you're supporting, if your health changed and I needed to help, what would you want me to know? And then just listen. You may learn something about their priorities you've never talked about before. Write down what you learn. That conversation can naturally step to the next one. And you can talk about who they want involved. You can make sure important decisions reflect their wishes, and you can gradually gather the medical and practical information that will help you support them. And you can make sure you know where to find it. Start with what they want now. Then build it from there. You can prepare one conversation at a time, and each conversation gives you more clarity and confidence to support the person in the way they want to be supported. I've included a National Institute on Aging resource in the description if you'd like to understand more about advanced care planning and planning the conversation further.